When you're first starting out, you might want to start walking for fat loss, but then you might think, does walking in place help to lose fat as well? Well, let's look at this. And the way I want to look at this is by comparing walking versus walking in place, because they're very, very similar in their overall calorie burn. So we're going to use a 165-pound person, for example. And if you break this down into kilograms, and we need to do that, it's 75 kilograms. You can look this up online for your own body weight. Just type in body weight in kilograms or take your body weight in pounds divided by 2.2. Once you do that, we also want to look at this idea of a MET. One MET is simply 1 calorie burned per kilogram per hour. A MET is inherently just a standardized measure of how much energy an activity takes to do. So just know, generally speaking, the higher the METs, the more metabolically demanding or the harder the activity is overall. So we're going to be using it as a way to kind of measure the difference between walking intensity and walking in place intensity. So walking uses about 2.5 to 3 METs. Again, this depends on how quickly you're walking. Of course, if you are going up on an incline, there's a lot of different things that are going to be variations here. But just know walking is a 2.5 to 3 MET. That means that when you are walking, you're going to burn about 2.5 to 3 calories every single hour for every kilogram of body weight. So as we just discussed, we're using the 75 kilogram individual. This means that this individual would burn roughly 187 calories to 225 calories every single hour if they were walking with that 2.5 to 3 MET category. So that's something to start. Walking burns that many calories. And that's actually a lot of calories for just kind of a normal walk, right? Let's look at walking in place though. Walking in place, and the metric I used for this was kind of just a light strolling walk, so you're not really focusing on having a good consistent pace. It's just a light casual walk. This is going to be about 2 METs. So again, remember, METs is just kind of a generalized workload. It's a generalized workload idea of how much energy you're spending for a specific activity. So walking had 2.5 to 3 METs. Walking in place is 2 METs. So that means that when we are walking in place, we are burning 2 calories every hour for every kilogram of body weight. So if we break this down to that 75 kilogram individual or the 165 pound person, we are burning 150 calories an hour, roughly speaking. So as we can see here, walking in place 100% can burn calories. And if you are in a calorie deficit over time, you will lose weight. Just know you're not going to be burning as many calories as if you were walking out and about, because when you are walking and you are actually moving forward in space, you are expending more energy, because not only do you have to move your legs up, you're also pushing out with your legs, and you also have to work against wind resistance as well. So there's a few reasons why walking in place won't burn as many calories, and those are essentially why. But of course, if you are somebody who's walking in place just to get some extra steps in, this greatly increases your steps very, very rapidly. And if you are trying to lose weight, getting more steps in every single day is one of the easiest and quickest hacks that you can do. So if you are literally eating dinner, for example, and you're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna march in place for 5 minutes, kind of shift back and forth, burn some extra calories, get some more steps in, that will 100% make a huge impact over time. Do not underestimate this. I do this every single day. I usually eat my meals standing, or I walk very, very slowly on a treadmill when I'm doing these, eating certain meals, just to get extra steps in, because at the end of the day, that consistency over time is what builds to that long-term weight loss and long-term success. So some really good ideas there. Go ahead and give this video a like if it is providing you some value.